2.7 million dogs and cats are euthanized in shelters every year across the United States. This is according to the Humane Society. You know, that's a large number, but we can do something to change that. Next time your family's talking about adopting a pet, consider adopting from a shelter instead of buying from a pet store or online from a private seller. There's many good reasons to adopt a pet. One reason would be if you adopt from a shelter, they don't put an animal to sleep. So that's a good thing. The reasons why pets are there might surprise you. There's things such as people get divorced, people are moving to another state and can't take their animals with them, things like that. Adopting from a shelter fights the puppy mills. A lot of dogs come from puppy mills that are in pet stores and from private sellers. And puppy mills don't take care of their animals at all. They're horrible living conditions, they overbreed them. So we don't want to support the puppy mills. There's many health benefits for owning a pet. You have, it's been proven in studies, your stress levels are reduced and you have less anxiety. It's also been proven that petting an animal lowers depression and has a calming effect. And I agree with that. I remember when my dad died, my dog would jump up there and, you know, I'd be very sad. She'd be licking me and flipping over and wanting me to pet her. And I would pet her and I'd realize I would feel better after a little bit. And researchers have found out that owning a pet lowers your blood pressure, lowers your cholesterol, and people have fewer strokes. Now, to me, that's motivation, especially the older I get, to want to own a pet. Also, studies have proven that children that grow up in a home with a cat or a dog are less likely to develop allergies when they get older. And it says it strengthens their immune systems. Dogs are being trained to help in medical situations too. I'll give you a couple examples. Some dogs are being trained for if people, right before they have a seizure, the dog can warn them. That way they could sit down or something so they don't fall on the ground and hurt themselves. And also, they've been trained for diabetics. When their glucose level drops, they can warn them on that too. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Should you get a cat or should you get a dog? I think people already know if you're a cat person or a dog person. Now, me personally, I'm a dog person. Always love dogs, and if you know me, you know I'm dog crazy. And actually, our dog, we adopted her from the Humane Society. And I feel, and I'd say my family would agree too, that's like the best decision we ever made. She's been the best pet we've ever had. Just love her to death. She's just like, well, she's just like having another kid in the house, actually. So, let's weigh them out. If you're a person that has gone to work all day or you travel a lot, then a cat's probably a better pet for you. Cats, they're independent, and usually you don't have any problems with them being home alone. Now, I would suggest if you have a cat, you have a scratching post for them, just in case they want something to do. Now, dogs, they like more company, and they seem to require more attention from people. You need to make sure when you have a dog, you need to have them trained and socialized. Because if you don't work with your dog, that's another reason why dogs end up in these shelters, because people don't put the time into them. Now, when it comes to training them to use the bathroom. Cats, they're pretty easy to train to use a litter box. Dogs, sometimes they take a little longer to be housebroken. Cats are probably a little easier. You don't have to bathe the cat, but you do need to brush them and brush the fur and brush their teeth. Now dogs, they can come a little stinky. They need a bath every so often. You have to brush their fur and their teeth and clip their nails. Now, dogs and cats, they both like to play, but dogs seem to want more human interaction. Now, I know that some cats are affectionate and some are not. It just depends on the cat. Now, dogs, I know different breeds have different characteristics. So, if you're interested in dogs, you can always get online or go to the library and you can look that up to see which one best suits your family. You can always write down the positives and negatives of each animal to find out which one's best for you. And just remember, dogs, they're more hands-on type animals, and cats, they're more solitary. Now, if you're interested in adopting in this area, you can always contact the Humane Society. They are 9 locations that are in Louisville and southern Indiana. The fees for cats range from $65 to $105. Dogs are a little bit different. They range from $65 to $350. But here's what the fees include. Your pet is spayed or neutered. They're microchipped. Which microchipping is important because if they get lost, they can scan the back and they know who they're registered to. The vaccinations are up to date. You get a free month of pet insurance and coupons for feeder supply. So that's a great deal. They run specials from time to time, and so you can get a reduction in your fee rate. You just have to call them or contact them. So make sure you check the internet for locations close to you. Make a list to compare the good and positive of each one. Remember, there's health benefits to it. And remember, to do this, you can save a life and adopt from a shelter. Thank you.